Hello there. Theresa May made it quite clear this afternoon in her statement to the House of Commons that there will be no second referendum, no reversing of Brexit and no extending the Article 50 process. In her statement to the House regarding her recent visit to Brussels to meet the other EU member state leaders, the Prime Minister Theresa May told angry MPs that they had a choice to either vote for her deal or face a no-deal Brexit. And every time they told her that the voting arithmetic didn't add up for her and showed that the House would vote her deal down and force a no-deal calamity on the country, she just smiled and said it was therefore up to them to stop that happening by voting for the only deal on the table when they were given the chance. And to increase their ire more, she informed them that the so-called meaningful vote will now not take place this side of Christmas. In fact, the debate will commence or recommence sometime in the second week of the new year after the 7th of January, when the business schedule had been agreed. And then the vote itself will take place in the following week, the third week of January. Now that third week of January 2019 runs from the 14th to the 18th of the month, and the current deadline to have to report a no-deal exit situation to the House is that next Monday, the 21st of January. So I won't ask for guesses on which end of the week that vote will take place. So MPs are palpably foaming at the mouth as they accuse the Prime Minister of brinksmanship and basically trying to terrorise MPs into being forced to have to take her bad deal in the face of the no deal they have convinced themselves is so catastrophic, without, I suspect, having properly looked into it. They should be approaching this another way. Play the poker hand back at her. If I were them, I would calmly be telling the Prime Minister that I'm rejecting her deal, whatever she says or does, because it's an awful deal. And then tell her that if she then proceeds with no deal in the face of any other choice, then the people will know it is her and her party's decision. The fact that they are not doing this means to me that they now believe she will take that no deal path. And I hope they are right, but there are no guarantees on that. But who am I to advise? After all, I do want Theresa May's deal to fail, and I want us to leave whatever on the 29th of March 2019. But I do also want the Remainers to scamper about and act like headless chickens anyway. Just brings a proper exit from the EU one step closer. But what should worry Leavers is that the BBC reports that David Cameron is advising the PM on what to do if her deal is voted down by MPs. Part of this was talking about the indicative votes in the House to find some sort of consensus that I talked about in my video this morning. But I suspect he is really pushing her just to press the Article 50 reset button now made available to her by the ECJ. One point to take note of is that the next scheduled meeting of the EU Council, where Theresa May would toddle along to tell them what we're up to, is not until Thursday the 21st of March, just 8 days before Brexit Day, something that will cause consternation amongst Remainers who are already calling for the PM to extend Article 50 at that meeting. I'm sure though, if she just sends them a quick text on Monday the 21st of January saying, "Toodle pip, WTO it is," that the Eurocrats would be taken aback and wonder how they maintain their access to the huge UK marketplace. Anyway, that would be for them to come and talk to us about. There was also talk that Jeremy Corbyn will table a vote of no confidence this afternoon, should the PM not name a date for the so-called meaningful vote. But crucially, it is understood that this would be a vote on the Prime Minister herself, not on her government. So it would be in effect just a publicity stunt aimed at trying to add humiliation and pile pressure on her, something she will probably just dismiss at this stage. However, as she has indicated a time frame, he may be content to think on it. Now, many people in this country are fed up with Brexit dragging on, but Theresa May's deal is definitely not the way to put an end to that. It would instead guarantee its continuance. Her deal is actually not a proper end result. It is a holding pattern while the UK and the EU then thrash out the ultimate end deal of a lasting relationship, as outlined in the aspirational but not legally binding 26-page political declaration that comes with the legally binding withdrawal agreement. This means that if our MPs cave into the PM and go along with her proposal, the government will go straight into further Brexit negotiations, starting probably on the Monday after Brexit Day, which turns out to be April Fool's Day. Now, if it takes up all government time to get this far, what do you think negotiating that final step will take? Business and politics would still be in limbo, with most of it centred around the frustration caused as it dawned on everyone that despite all the assurances, we are potentially tied into the customs union permanently by the backstop, as advised by the Attorney General, and any deal we did manage to get would just be worse still. And as I've said before, that will inevitably lead to calls for yet another referendum, with the option to rejoin the EU on the ballot paper. Now that type of scenario will arise whoever is in number 10 or in government. This would drag on, holding back our country as the EU bled us dry. Unless we just slice through the Gordian knot, of course, and leave on WTO terms. And we don't need to wait until the 29th of March 2019 to do that either. We could do that right now by repealing the 1972 European Communities Act immediately. Let's wake up and really take control. Or do you think that our MPs are not up to the job, so we'll fight to revoke Article 50? So please let us all know what you think by leaving a comment below, and thank you for watching. Please do like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel. And when subscribing, please do remember to press on the little bell next to the subscribe button. That way you'll get an alert every single time I put up a new video. Thank you very much for watching.